Hello, Bond fans! First of all, please excuse my unshaven, slovenly appearance. I'm afraid I was not expecting to make a video today, but at 11 AM that all went to hell because holy Blofeld, Spectre's back!
Yes, unless you've been living in isolation in either a hollowed-out volcano, undersea civilization, or a space station, by now you know that the title of the next Bond film is Spectre. The title, cast, brief synopsis, and poster for the film were released today, and I'm gonna start off, wow, that poster is just, I can't express how much I want it. As soon as that thing is available to buy, I'm having that poster. The shattered glass is, well, of course, very similar to a certain other piece of shattered glass in on Her Majesty's Secret Service, you know, wink wink, but the way it sort of forms an octopus, but just ever so subtly, and of course the octopus being the logo of Spectre, it's just, oh, fanboy orgasm all over this poster. The principal cast of the film were also revealed, starting with returning MI6 regulars Rory Kinnear, Ben Whishaw, Naomi Harris, and Ralph Fiennes, and I'm so super happy that they're all back. I think it's really good to have a regular core cast of MI6 characters, especially in this Craig era where we've been relatively devoid of that. I'm especially looking forward to seeing Whishaw and Harris grow in their roles. Craig is, of course, back as Bond, and then we were introduced to 5 other cast members, most of which have at least been rumoured in the tabloid press, including Dave Bautista, Monica Bellucci, Lea Seydoux, Andrew Scott, and Christoph Waltz.
It's an especially intriguing looking cast, and obviously it has been rumoured that Christoph Waltz is actually going to be playing Blofeld, which I really hope that is not going to be the case, because that would be such an obvious plot twist, and we're all kind of used to this convention now. I mean, they did it in Skyfall with Moneypenny, you know, you introduce a character with one name and then by the end of the film they're actually that other name. What I would kind of love, and I don't know if many people are going to agree with me on this, I would love it if by the end of the film Monica Bellucci is revealed as Blofeld. Is that too controversial? I'm also super excited about the incredibly French-sounding Lea Seydoux playing the incredibly English-sounding Madeleine Swan. Lea, I think she's an absolutely wonderful actress, and she has that, she's such a beautiful, it's a bit of a shame that they're continuing on with this trend of French Bond girls. I mean, come on, give another nationality a chance at the thing. But, you know, I really am super excited about her. I'm assuming that she's going to be the main Bond girl. Monica Bellucci will probably have either be the first Bond girl who's killed or something, or she might be a villain. I don't really know, but yes, Lea Seydoux, I'm so excited she's in this. Andrew Scott is an interesting choice. He was rumoured to be playing a villain in the film this week, and Sam Mendes introduced him as a Whitehall located person, so he's obviously going to be the person who's giving M some trouble, as is hinted in the synopsis. Whether he will turn into, whether he will be working with Spectre or not, who knows? He's an interesting casting choice. I just hope it doesn't become a little too office politic-y between him and M. Bond will be off in some foreign location having these incredibly glamorous and wonderful adventures, and then we'll cut back to London and see Ralph Fiennes and Andrew Scott complaining about, I don't know, budgets, or I don't know. David Bautista, as previously reported, will be playing a henchman named Mr. Hinks, which really bothers me because Hinks sounds so similar to Jinx, but never mind.
So that's the title, poster, and cast for the film. The next big bit of news was the synopsis for Spectre, which is as follows. A cryptic message from Bond's past sends him on a trail to uncover a sinister organisation. While M battles political forces to keep the Secret Service alive, Bond peels back the layers of deceit to reveal the terrible truth behind Spectre. Never has 2 sentences got me quite so excited and hyped. I'll be fascinated to see where this story goes and how Spectre is handled. Will Tracy be mentioned? Is Craig's Bond previously aware of Spectre as an organisation? There are so many possibilities here. It's really quite interesting.
I don't know if I ever really expected Spectre to be returning to the series. It feels like quite an odd choice, considering I know that the rights thing has only just recently been sorted out, so maybe that's why they're pursuing this now. But it just feels kind of weird because I've never felt that even I know that Blofeld is referred to as Bond's nemesis in most publications, but I don't know if I've ever truly thought of Blofeld as Bond's nemesis, because Bond has a huge array, a huge rogues gallery of villains and interesting characters. I'm not sure that I necessarily feel like the series would need to return to that. I think you could just let that be in the 60s and 70s and, you know, Blofeld 80s, and just leave it there and continue on with something new. At the same time, Spectre is an incredibly campy element of the series. I mean, it's quite silly, everything that they stand for, and, you know. So I would be interested to see how that is done in a modern way, maintaining, I assume, a certain sense of seriousness. I can't see Spectre returning to, you know, the Roger Moore comedy era of Bond films. You know, I can't say I mind that, but I'd be interested to see Spectre done in a more serious way.
The final big bit of news of the day was, of course, the reveal of the new car. Bond will once again be behind the wheel of a new Aston Martin, in this case the DB10, which to me looks like the really pissed off cousin of the Aston Martin Vanquish. It looks like it's scowling at me. Anyway, it's a cool car, and it's hard not to get excited about seeing Bond with a new model of his trademark vehicle. R.I.P. DB5. I wonder if Spectre will open with a funeral for the DB5.
So that's it for Spectre news for the time being. I'm assuming that we're going to be getting lots more news in the coming months. I mean, they're shooting so soon, they haven't announced who's going to be singing the title song, you know, there'll be stills from the sets, there'll be, I can't wait for the trailers, for all this stuff. I mean, I love the build-up to a new Bond film. It's always so terribly exciting, and this is going to be no exception. I'm super hyped and so unbelievably excited for this film. And you know, this video was just my opinion, but of course I'm incredibly interested to know what your opinion is. There was a great dialogue going on my Facebook page earlier today as the press conference was being unveiled, and I would love to know what everyone else thinks about this. It's, you know, do you love it, hate it, are you indifferent about it? Like, I just, you know, I think it's fascinating to get a good dialogue going in the comments below. And until next time, Bond fans,